Okay, let's see if the audio is working now. I guess it is because I just put away the microphone. So let's start this again. Welcome back with me, Emily. I'm going to be hosting my second study session, which I hope is going to turn into a weekly thing through, focusing on my main languages, right? So if you had watched my language learning goal setting video for 2025, I am focusing on Russian, Arabic, Turkish, and Spanish, but really the first three are going to be my main focuses. I apologize for starting and stopping over again. There was someone that had a really good question in the other chat of a live that I had to end, but if they come back on, I'll be keeping in touch with the chat in the case that they're coming back. So I guess what I accomplished in my last video was a lot of my showing you guys my note taking. And again, this is nothing fancy. I still have not found a stapler to staple all this together, but that is okay. I am keeping it in order. But essentially, ever since I hosted our first session, right, at the beginning of the week, of last week, I was kind of in the middle of doing some textbooks especially for Arabic. And then I was doing a program that is a little bit self-directed from Red Kalinka in Russian. And then I haven't really been focusing that much on Turkish. As you can see, I only have like 1 page of notes just for review. But that is basically how I'm going to keep on taking notes and studying for today. Now, you guys have known I'm probably going to stay on here for like a place in my life where I can dedicate, all the time that I want. Well, maybe not all the time, but at least decide that I can study here and there and just at whatever time I would like, really for however long, as long as it fits in with, other things that I'm doing that I can arrange flexibly around my schedule. So I will probably be starting today with what? Probably with Russian, because I have found a lot of good materials for that, especially within the course that I am taking. If you guys are interested in learning Russian and interested in seeing what exactly I'm doing behind here, let's see if I can actually find it, because it is a really good program and they had a promotion that I definitely took advantage of. And even if you aren't learning Russian, you can just see what I'm looking at, because again, I didn't really know how to set up this, the camera so that you could be looking at what I was looking at on my computer the whole time. So I'll go and just show you guys really quick the course that I am using, in case you're interested. So I can remove you guys and switch over here. So this is essentially what I am using for Russian for. And the way that I like to refresh any language that I have taken a huge break from is find a resource that I know is good, right? I've already tried it out. And again, I've tried a lot of their textbooks and grammar books before. This is the first time I am doing their Russian course, which is essentially what is right here if you click on it. But I had to go to student access, and then I get all of this let me go to the main menu. So once you get student access, then essentially this course is for anyone who is trying to achieve a B1 in Russian. So after this course, technically you could get into a B2 course at any sort of language institute, according to them. Or you could also take, as it is stated here, You can also take their version of a test of Russian as a foreign language for the B1 exam. So I am extremely interested in this. Where I am right now is basically from stage 1. So I'm definitely a language learner that is very thorough. That probably comes from me being very perfectionist in my own approach. However, I do it genuinely now because I enjoy the process of review. So I've completed technically all of the very first stage, really, really basic, but I still have not completed additional exercises. They have these exercises available pretty much for each of the 4 stages, so I will probably go back here once I finish all the way up to stage 4, just so that I have another way to review everything that I've done. But honestly, this is such a great course, even though these are the basics of the basics. I have been able to get insights from the teacher that is running all of these, or having recorded all of these courses, right? Or these lessons in this course, and really solidify what I already know outside of just reviewing. Because some things in Russian, they have been clicking in the past, and then some things I know them, but I haven't really internalized them enough to really feel comfortable in using certain aspects spontaneously. And if you know Russian, you know what I'm talking about with all of the grammar. I don't know if you guys have really, well, for the ones that have studied Russian, or if you are a native speaker, um, Russian definitely, for me, is not one of those languages where you can just forget the grammar and everything's going to be okay, right? There's so much grammar and just the insights that, actually, this is the teacher that is seen in all of the videos. But she gives amazing insights that make it easier to remember some of the nuances of the language. But essentially, this is what you're going to see me do. So it always starts out with a video that goes over vocabulary and grammar. And then you have always an interactive word bank. You have a vocabulary game section. Then you have dialogues where you can listen. Audio speed is pretty slow. That's good for this level. You get reading in, and then you get extra exercises in, which is also what I love because it's a great revision tool. So again, this is what I am hoping to finish by the end of March. I think I can accomplish it in about 2 more months. But again, I'm guessing that stage, what is it? Stage 4, which is really where the B1 material is. And what I had a lot of trouble reaching myself, just with some more self-study methods and trying to find my own resources. It was a lot. So I am very much ready for seeing what stage 4 can bring and really clarifying some of the more challenging grammar aspects of the language. But again, I am going through all of it part by part. So I'm going to put you guys back. Okay. But I hope that that was helpful in seeing what I am actually like working on for Russian, because all of these notes right here are from that course. And even, what have I done? Yeah, even with any of the vocabulary that I have been learning, or any of the verb conjugations with the many exceptions, I have written them down because, again, having physical notes in front of me is really helpful for remembering something in a different script, right? And I still, in Russian, have trouble with distinguishing especially the soft sign from the hard sign. Essentially, it's, if you think about any language, there are certain sounds, right? And to non-native ears, it's going to be really hard sometimes to figure out what exactly the letter is that someone is pronouncing, especially if you are not used to hearing the nuances of similar sounding sounds. So that is what I am currently having trouble with in Russian a little bit, but it's all good. Yes, Giovanni, nice to see you. Okay, so you're Syrian. Welcome. You want to learn Italian. Yes, I do speak this. Well, I speak the Levantine dialect. And I say that because originally, I just wanted to concentrate on the Syrian dialect. However, resources only for that dialect have been very hard to find and pretty much impossible. I do want to get to an advanced level in a dialect in Arabic. So just making sure that I have enough resources, I have just decided that I'm learning the Levantine dialect, which I know Syria is included in there, but I'm still not at that point in Arabic where I know the differences between like Jordanian versus Syrian versus Palestinian Arabic, etc. But yeah, I do speak the Levantine dialect. And you said you want to learn Italian. What advice do I have for you? Well, that is a very broad question, Giovanni. Let me know specifically what you want help on with learning Italian and also where you are starting from in your Italian journey in terms of what level you are. Because I don't know if you guys knew, but I do teach Italian. So if you want specific ways of learning Italian, or you are wanting a different resource, maybe you're tired of whatever resource you're using, or maybe you're learning Italian from scratch and you don't know anything. I would answer all of those questions in a very different way. So just be more specific on what you would like in terms of Italian. Tim, marhaba, kifak? Okay, so you guys, I am going to start off with my Russian. I'm going to time this for an hour because yes, I use my little timer here. If you guys have any questions, just leave them for me in the chat. If you see me just coming and going and really looking intensely at my computer, I am really focusing on some of the Russian grammar, but I will be making sure to check in with you guys in the chat just in case you need any questions answered. Also, feel free to engage with others in the chat if you would like. Or you can take out also your own study materials and study along with me. And also tell me what you are studying, what are your goals for the session, and everything in between. So if I can find my writing utensil, that is so strange. Because I just had it. I don't know if that has ever happened to you guys, but I swear I had all of my pencils to start my study session, and now they have just disappeared for some reason, which is kind of a really big problem if I want to write handwritten notes. Okay, Gamze? Hi, how are you? May I ask how long you have been learning Russian? Yeah, that's a good question. So nice to see you, by the way. I'm really glad to have you here. I have been, oh, here it is. I was just hiding under all of my large hill of papers and under my Arabic notes. All right, I have them now. We are good to go. How long have I been learning Russian? It is hard to say really for any of my languages because I have had such a hard time staying consistent for a long period of time with a language, mainly due to life factors, sometimes due to some of the emotional and mental blocks that I was facing with the language. With Russian, it was more life got in the way and I had to tune it down. But I did start Russian back in 2020, just because I had been bored during the pandemic and I knew that Russian grammar was very close to German grammar, at least with the cases. Everything else is a bit different. But I started doing that, 2020. But I took probably many breaks, even lasting up until a year between 2020 and 2024 for learning Russian. So it has been a long process. However, I am, during this session, not only concentrating on reviewing, obviously, what I want to review in order to refresh my memory of each of these languages. Spanish has been my huge focus for, well, actually ever since last October. But I do want to really get advanced levels in all three of these languages this year. And I know that I have the time for it. It's just thinking about how I want to structure everything for this year. So with Russian, I really, really want to get at least to a B2 level this year. And then maybe for next year, I don't know if you guys know Ichla, but she's another YouTuber, and she took the C1 exam in Russian, and that is motivating me as well to think about, not guaranteeing that I'm going to do it, but at least thinking about passing such an exam for Russian, because I really do love the language. It is very obviously important. So yeah, thank you for the reply. Yeah, you're so welcome. I know that I usually sometimes go off on a tangent with answering some of your questions. So hopefully you could distinguish some kind of answer within that. You're good. I've been picking up and dropping Russian since like 2001. Okay. Well, that makes me feel a lot better. I am right there with you. Again, just things happen, right? We all have our own lives. And I mean, in terms of picking up another language, or even refreshing a language like I'm doing now, I'm not only concentrating on the reviewing part, I'm also just really concentrating on just bringing a sense of gratitude, right, to my language studies. Because in the past, when I was refreshing a language after not touching it for a while, I would beat myself up so much, or say, I have lost all this time not reviewing this language, and it just now happens that I can review it. Why did I lose so much time, right? And just think about what I was not able to achieve in the time that I just didn't use to review the language. Instead of focusing right on what I did achieve, right, what I was focusing on instead and prioritizing instead of a language, that actually enhanced my attempts to go back to a language once I was in the mental space to do so. I don't know if that makes sense, but I have so much gratitude for just being able to have this time to dedicate to language learning again, and just enjoy the process, right, of reviewing. And, I guess I would have said to myself earlier in reviewing a language, right, refreshing a language, why are you already know this stuff, you already know this vocabulary, why are you concentrating on all the nuances? And sometimes, we're not in the exact mental state to do something in our language learning studies, right? Sometimes it can feel really annoying for us to review a language and feel like we have to observe every single part of what a textbook tells us, right? Every single exception, we have to write it down. We have to go through every single page. That is, by the way, what I am doing because it fits my mental state, right? I am coming to this session with gratitude, but if I did not feel like I was having a place to be grateful, right, for what I wanted to do in my language studies today, and I was coming more from a place of frustration or just feeling overwhelmed with how little I had studied in the past, just concentrating on what I didn't do, what I should have done, right? We've all been there, and it is okay to be there. I'm sure I will be there again at some point, but it has been, again, wait, where was I going with that? Yeah, anyways, yeah, you guys see how I rant so much, especially after not being able to spend time with you guys during my hiatus from social media and from YouTube in general, as you know. But point blank is I am able to come to the session with gratitude, able to fine tune my study session according to how I feel with my gratitude. And if I had felt another way, maybe bringing more negative feeling emotions to my language studies, I would have definitely adjusted and not done what I am used to doing when I am in a place of gratitude. So enough talking with that. I am going to take my water. I am going to focus on Russian for about an hour, but feel free to leave any comments in the chat, get to know each other. Yes, I can totally relate. Yes, glad to hear that, Удачи. Спасибо большое. I will definitely catch you guys up with where I am in about maybe 30 minutes to an hour. But happy studying for you all too if you are studying something. Oh, yeah. Okay. So Late to Bed said, what are you doing to learn Spanish? IDK, how to get started. Yeah. So I'll answer this one right before I go into my own study session. With Spanish, I am already prepping myself to take the C1 DELE exam. The way that I started Spanish was really through my knowledge of Italian. It was a lot easier to get started that way. But what I'm doing right now, I mean, I am very lucky to have a really dear friend who I either speak or write Spanish to every day, even though I'm not in a country where Spanish is the main language. And I also did have a really good friend who I used to speak Spanish to a lot in the past when I used to live more in the south of the United States. Now I live more on the East Coast. But again, I know it's overwhelming with how many resources there are for Spanish. I mean, there's a huge amount, right? Even more so for other popular languages, I feel like with German or even for Russian, right? There's unlimited resources for Spanish. So it really depends on the time first, right, that you want to dedicate to Spanish, knowing what kind of personal agenda you have, what kind of schedule you have. Are you going to be busy? What is going to feel good for you to get started? Because that would really depend on the time that you have and the motivation that you have, your goals for it. So again, I can tell you all sorts of resources to get started, but again, tell me a little bit more context about your situation, and then I'll be able to answer a little bit better. Hi, Vladi. Привет. Okay. Ты используешь YouTube Easy Links? Yes. Yeah. Easy Russian, Easy German, Easy Languages. Yes, that is a great YouTube channel, by the way. For that. I don't currently use it, but I have used it a lot in the past for virtually any language that I've been learning. They don't have a lot for Arabic, specifically Levantine Arabic, but always with other languages. Super, super helpful. All right, you guys, I am going to return to my session, but keep the chat coming. I will come back. I promise. Yeah, you guys. So this is actually interrupting my own study session, but this is actually one of the aspects of grammar that was just not very clear to me. However, it was just explained in this video when to use yeast when you are expressing that you have something or when to not use it. And I just learned that you usually do not use it with adjectives if the quality is more important and you don't want to really emphasize um, the fact that you have something over the quality of something. So that was very helpful. Белый, черный, серый, красный, зеленый, синий, голубой, желтый, коричневый, оранжевый, розовый, фиолетовый, умный, глупый, цвет, цвета, карандаш, ручка, театр, новости, снег, жизнь, характер. Поэтому книжку все рисовать, правда. Здравствуйте, у вас есть карандаши? Конечно, у вас есть карандаши и ручки. Какие карандаши вы хотите? Я хочу красный и синий карандаш. У нас есть только желтые и зеленые карандаши. Извините. Ничего, до свидания. Лиза, какой твой любимый цвет? Мой любимый цвет синий. Я живу на Мальте и очень люблю море. А какой твой любимый цвет, Дима? Мой любимый цвет белый. Я живу в России и очень люблю снег. Сейчас в России зима. На улице все белое и красивое. Ваня, у тебя есть ручка. Сергей, у вас есть семья? У меня есть родители, братья и сестры. Ваши родители живут в Москве? Нет, у них есть дом в деревне. Они говорят, что Москва– это слишком большой город. Оптимист и пессимист. У меня есть друг, его зовут Дмитрий. Он живет в Москве. Дмитрий – оптимист. У него есть большой, хороший дом. У него есть жена и дети. Его дети очень умные. Они хорошо учатся. Его жена Татьяна – преподаватель. У нее есть хорошие, интересные студенты. А Дмитрий работает на заводе. У него отличная работа. На работе у него есть друзья. Дмитрий и Татьяна любят работать и любят отдыхать. У них есть хобби – театр и кино. Они говорят, Москве, что в Москве есть хорошие театры и кинотеатры. У них интересная жизнь. Живет в Москве, у него есть жена и дети. Да, у него есть жена и дети, где работает его жена. Его жена работает в университете. Она преподаватель. У них есть хобби какое? У них есть хобби театр и кино. А это мой друг Андрей. Он тоже живет в Москве. Он пессимист. У него есть маленький и некрасивый дом. У него тоже есть жена и дети, но его дети учатся плохо. Его жена юрист. Она говорит, что это очень скучная работа. У нее плохой характер. Андрей работает в банке. Андрей говорит, что у него очень трудная работа, потому что все его коллеги глупые. У них тоже есть хобби – смотреть телевизор. Они говорят, что в Москве есть театры, кинотеатры, но они слишком дорогие. Поэтому они смотрят новости по телевизору и говорят, что в мире все плохо, у них скучная жизнь. Где работает Андрей? Андрей работает в банке. Почему его работа трудная? Его работа трудная, потому что все его коллеги глупые. Какое у них хобби? У них хобби смотреть телевизор. Почему у них скучная жизнь? Потому что они всегда говорят, что в мире все плохо. Okay, coming back in to check the chat really quickly. Okay, so Late to Bed said, I went to El Salvador in December and was embarrassed because I could only say a couple words and phrases in Spanish. I took Spanish in high school and pretty much forgot most of it. Yes, very natural, very normal. I tried things like Duolingo and watching Spanish YouTubers, but I don't think these resources helped much during my trip. I like listening to artists that speak Spanish. I just wish to understand what they are saying and to talk to my friends and family that speak Spanish. I want to be conversational by October this year. I can study at least 1 hour or more a day if need be. With so many resources out there, I don't know how to approach learning the language. Okay, yeah, so Late to Bed, I would... That's interesting. Let me think about this. Yeah, so you said Duolingo and Spanish YouTubers for now haven't helped much during your trip. So for purposes of your trip, those are out. But would you reconsider using those resources? Would you consider using those resources outside of your trip since you already did it? Yeah, you say at least 1 hour or more a day if need be. Yeah, and it sounds like for you, it would be a lot of reviewing as well. What all you would like. So conversational, I would think first about what you mean by conversational. Like what would you like, or I guess in what context would you like to communicate? Usually for more intensive study, and also something that I'm going to be using in order to prep for my exam for taking the Delhi exam for C1. I would recommend Baselang. It is not the cheapest option out there. So again, consider your budget. It's about $179 per month, but you can get unlimited classes with unlimited teachers from all different regions of the world. And they also have a very structured curriculum that you can go through. And you can really have unlimited classes. I mean, as much as you want every single day. You could do 8 hours per day if you really wanted to. Again, I would use Baselang for my purposes of really prepping for an exam because they do have materials for that from A1 all the way up to C2. But again, that would be what I would recommend probably the most if you are looking for a really immersive, intense experience. For something pretty, at least 1 hour more a day. During that 1 hour or more a day, would you prefer to kind of be up and moving around? Or are you really talking about dedicating like a sit down 1 hour or more per day study session like I'm doing right now? Because that requires different levels of energy, and that'll also help me pinpoint more specific resources for how you want to spend that 1 hour or more a day. Because there are tons of ways you could spend it. So let me know. But that's very useful information. All right, back to what I was doing. У него есть собака. Да, вот моя собака. У них есть дом. Да, вот их дом. У вас есть ручка? Да, вот наша ручка. У нее есть карандаш? Да, вот ее карандаш. У них есть семья? Да, вот их семья. У тебя есть газета? Да, у меня есть газета. У нас есть друзья. Да, вот наши друзья. У него есть брат и сестра. У нее есть новая ручка. У нас есть большой дом. У нее есть кошка. У них есть сыновья. У меня есть новости. У вас есть друзья. У нее есть подруги. У него есть дочери. У тебя есть семья? У вас есть работа? У него есть племянники. У них есть племянники. У тебя есть хобби. У них есть официанты. У вас есть фильм? У нас есть пиво. У нее есть чай. У меня есть телевизор. На улице есть белый снег. В парке есть маленькие дети. В кинотеатре есть фильмы. На заводе есть инженеры, в университете есть студенты, в книге есть упражнения, в магазине есть продавец, на почте есть письма. Мои сыновья очень любят рисовать. Вчера на уроке дети рисовали их город. Сейчас я рисую белый снег. Студенты рисуют улицы и дома. Что ты сейчас рисуешь? Раньше мой дядя много рисовал. Моя маленькая племянница очень хорошо рисует. Сегодня на уроке мы рисуем море. Вы можете рисовать? Раньше они рисовали каждый день. У нее есть умная собака. У нее была умная собака. У них был синий карандаш. У вас было большое море. У тебя была хорошая работа. У него были белые, у него были черные ручки. У нас была старая книга. Что у вас было? Белая машина, белый дом, белые дома, белый зуб, черная ручка, черный карандаш, черные кошки, черное море, красный цвет, красная книга, красный чай, красные дома, зеленый город, зеленая кошка, зеленый парк, зеленое пиво, умная подруга, умный инженер, умная собака, умные люди, коричневый карандаш, коричневая кошка, коричневый цвет, синее море, Синяя ручка, синяя машина, синий карандаш. Голубой журнал, голубое письмо, голубые дома, голубая машина, желтое белое, желтые зубы, желтый дом, желтая газета, глупые кошки, глупая работа, глупое слово, глупый рок, карандаши, дома, театры, матери, хобби, ребенок, дети, сыновья, дочери, ручки, друзья, кафе, братья, деревни, цветы, цвета, кофе, города, не уйти. Livro, livro, livro, livro, livro. Really? Really? Андрей, какая твоя любимая еда? Моя любимая еда – это мясо и картошка. Иногда я ем салаты и фрукты. А какую еду ты любишь? Я очень люблю овощи и фрукты. Обычно я покупаю овощи и фрукты на рынке. Там они очень дешевые и вкусные. Катя, что ты обычно ешь на завтрак? На завтрак я ем йогурт. Обычно я пью кофе и ем бутерброд. Я очень люблю сыр и колбасу. А колбасу ты утром я очень люблю пить чай. Зеленый чай мой любимый, но черный чай тоже очень вкусный. На завтрак я всегда пью чай и ем печенье. А что ты ешь на обед? На обед я обычно ем рыбу или курицу и пью сок. А еще я люблю картошку. На завтрак я всегда ем кашу и пью зеленый чай. Что вы обычно едите на ужин? Вы часто пьете кофе? Вчера мы ели вкусное мясо и пил дорогое вино. Мои родители часто едят в ресторане. Вчера наш сын ничего не ел и пил только воду. Раньше она не ела овощи, а сейчас она ест картошку. На обед мы едим курицу и пьем сок. Почему ты не ешь печенье, не пьешь молоко? Сейчас я покупаю зеленый ручку. Он покупает вкусную колбасу на рынке. Где вы обычно покупаете воду, соль и печенье? Раньше Катя всегда покупала продукты в магазине. Почему ты покупаешь дорогую курицу? Дорогую курицу. Студенты покупают интересную книгу. Раньше мы часто покупали в баре светлое пиво. Раньше я жил в России, покупал черный хлеб. Кто обычно покупает белое вино? Я никогда не покупаю дешевый сыр. Я покупаю рыбу на рынке. Мы пьем красное вино в ресторане. Повар отлично готовит суп и курицу. Люблю русскую еду. Когда я обедаю, я пью воду или суп. На завтрак он ест колбасу и сыр. В субботу мы ели пиццу в кафе. Где ты покупаешь овощи и продукты? Они любят мясо и картошку. В пятницу они завтракают в 10 часов утра. Вечером дедушка читает газету. В стране, в России, в Москве, в городе, в деревне, в школе, в университете, в институте, на уроке. В упражнении, в книге, в газете, в журнале, в фильме, в парке, в посольстве, в музее, на почте, на улице, в баре, в тексте, на войне, в песне, в мире, в библиотеке, в больнице, на заводе, в театре, в магазине, в банке, в кафе, на работе, в ресторане. Ты любишь мясо? Нет, я не ем его. Вы покупаете рыбу? Да, мы ее очень любим. Я люблю тебя. А ты любишь меня. Что ты часто покупаешь печенье? Нет, я не люблю.
его. Это мои друзья. Я очень люблю их. Извините, я не знаю вас. Ты пьешь сок? Да, пью очень часто. Вы помните нас? Что ты хочешь? Какую ручку ты хочешь? Какое вино вы покупаете? Она пьет зеленый чай. Какой чай она пьет? Что ты покупаешь? Какую еду вы любите? Где они покупают мясо? А завтра что ты ешь? Завтра вы идете куда? В какой день она готовит курицу? Во сколько ты пьешь чай? О,
All right, you guys, I'm coming back. I just finished my 1-hour study session for Russian, and before I look in the chat, there is a lot, especially since, again, I'm reviewing. So just imagine I'm on stage 1 of the course, self-directed course that I showed you at the beginning. So I probably within the first 9 lessons of stage 1, I think I only took 3 pages of notes front and back. And within entering stage 2, just with the first 2 lessons, I have taken notes that took me like 2 pages. So we're going to be adding up a lot of notes in the meantime. Again, I don't really recommend taking notes this way if you are if you don't have a certain timeline, right? Because I'm only taking these handwritten notes up until I finish the course. Now, that's still going to be a lot of notes, but I at least know when there's a limit. Otherwise, I would be very overwhelmed with, like, I don't even know, an unimaginable amount of handwritten notes, like over 100, if I didn't have a certain time frame to actually stop taking notes. But again, only my physical notes are coming from the specific course and only course that I am taking. I do not mix it up with any other sort of resource for Russian that I'm learning. Also, I'm going to make sure my phone is not dying. Yes, I think it's fine because that would be bad. Okay, so let's go back here. And what are we seeing? Okay, I think it's all good. Yeah, so again, welcome to everyone who has joined the chat within these last few minutes when I was deep in concentration. Let me catch up. Yeah. So done with Russian for today. And what I am also doing is I am tracking my time for the languages that I am learning. So I'm going to unhook you guys from this because I want to show you actually the tracker that I use that I made. Let's see. So, well, sorry, you guys. Let's go over here. So, actually, with all of my lessons that I'm taking from the Red Kalinka course that I was just using, let's see. I track all of my time, right? So you can actually get this tracker. It is available if you would like. But since we are in the new year, there's literally nothing else here. It's all blank. But we can go down for Russian, and you can see this actually tracks, what is it? 10 languages is what I made it for. And then you can see measure times for input and output. So for example, with Spanish, which I have been talking a lot, I have a little bit of input just because I've been taking some Spanish lessons to prepare for DELE, for the exam, but I have mostly output, right? And a lot of it is listening for input, and then output is a lot of speaking and a little bit of writing, again, for my DELE class. So there's a really nice dashboard that you guys can get and automatically see as you fill in your hours. But Spanish is not our main language here. So we'll go down back to Russian, and you can see I have been tracking this ever since January 16th, 2025, right? Kind of started a little bit late, but we'll go down to 123. And I have just been, you guys can label this however you want, but I have just been using this. Wait, did I put that? No, I put that in the wrong column. This is for yesterday. So I should have put this in for today. And this just says course. Usually it says other, but you can change whatever label you would like. But again, I'm just using course as what I have been tracking. So you can see I did 15 minutes here on the 16th. You can also see I did 10 minutes of review time for flashcards, fun stuff. But again, it's going to keep on amounting and building. And in a full year, imagine that, you can track everything here. And once you, let me try to zoom out of this. Once you are done with the end of the year, and even if you want to track a little bit throughout every 4 months, every 3 months, every quarter, how much time you have dedicated to each of these. Right now, you can only see January, right? It's not very full. But I wonder if I have the tracker for 2024. Maybe not. But again, I'll keep on showing you guys this tracker even during our study sessions because it's really helpful for me. And again, a really nice tool if you guys are interested in getting one. I can put the link in the description if you would like. But again, it tracks all of your minutes spent for exactly which sort of skill you were working on, as well as accounting for, right, whatever categories you have here. You can label these however you want. I just put these right here. And you'll be able to see, right? I've only been tracking my 4 maintenance languages, but you can track up to 10 here. And you can see comparatively throughout the year how much time you have been dedicating to each one. And then again, it breaks down the total hours here. And again, you can see a nice visual chart for all of you visual learners out there for how much you have been using, especially for input and output. And then I don't really use this tab. However, you are able to, if you would like, to track the resources that you are currently using. So you don't feel so all over the place, up to 10 languages again. And then you do have a task sheet. If you would like to write a task down, like read for 30 minutes in Arabic or listen to this Turkish podcast for 30 minutes, you can have your task, really any of these, right? Any sort of language projects you have, or listening, reading, writing, speaking, whatever, all of that is up for you, and you can keep on going, as you can see here. And then depending on the start and end date that you put, right, that will determine if it's, of course, late or in time. You can see how much more time you have in order to complete the task. And then you can also put, is this a priority task that's high, low, or normal? And then it'll automatically change the status, again, for visual learners who need some of that, right? And then I use sometimes this bar for tasks for tomorrow, right? So again, it is a beautiful tool. But again, I mainly like to use all of this Google Sheet and then really tracking through the language tracker what all I have been doing. So that is what I'm also going to do for Arabic. I would like to, gosh, it's already the middle of the afternoon. So I'm probably going to study for about an hour and a half for Arabic. So essentially, once I'm done with Arabic, I will go to its tab right here and also record. I think I've been using other as well, just because it's a textbook. And with textbooks, I really combine reading, writing, speaking, a little bit of listening, and of course vocabulary. So that's why I just kind of group it all into other down here. But you can, if you're interested in getting this tracker, also group it however you want. You can see your study time in minutes, study time in hours. You can also record how much new vocabulary you have learned. Now, apps will automatically do this for you if you're using something like Closemaster, or I think even Duolingo does it, right? Counting the words added that you know. However, you can also track it here. As well as get a really nice study snapshot of what you, on average, are doing, and any sort of notes that you would like to take. Yeah. So you have quite a few columns for that. I think you have 12 of these, just for all 12 months, really, in case you want to make notes under specific languages. So that's how I'm tracking my time. But let me go back to you. Let me put this back down so you guys don't see like all of my dirty room. And we'll go back here. Let me check in the chat as well. Let's see. Okay, so Late to Bed said, So yes, so we want to be conversational by October of this year. I don't mind using Duolingo and Spanish YouTube videos for studying. I just wasn't sure if it would be the best use of my time if I felt it didn't work in the past. Yeah, so late to bed, especially the way that we talk about languages. There is a lot of, and we really don't talk about this a lot in the language learning community. There's a lot of talk about, and I think all of us have been here before, right? Oh, I don't think that this is the best use of my time. What do I do? Right. And honestly, if you deem that it is not the best use of your time because you have the proof that it did not work in the past for you, then stop doing it. Yeah. There is even, I don't know your situation, right? I don't know you. So, the best authority for your language learning is truly you. Let me make sure my phone doesn't die here. Yeah, so that's what I will say to that. Yeah, so just stop using Duolingo. Stop using Spanish YouTube videos for studying, especially if you already know that it does not work. Again, for a more intensive, probably the most intensive Spanish experience, where if you really wanted to take class every single day, you could, and have either a really set curriculum or have a really flexible study plan that you can talk about, discuss with different teachers from all parts of Latin America, from Spain, though I believe most of them are from Latin America, then use Baseline. Even though it is pricey, but if it is within your budget, then that's always what I would recommend as one of the best Spanish resources for intensive immersive study. However, yeah, I would like to talk to people about current topics or be able to have long conversations without being nervous while speaking in Spanish. I totally get it. Yeah. And the only way that we're going to lower the bar of being nervous, right? Because nerves are always going to be there, right? I have been doing this for a really long time. I've hit a lot of my goals. I have failed at hitting some of my goals, right? But through all of the ups and downs, like there is always a part of me that is going to be nervous, right? It's not a bad emotion, even though it feels bad. But we have to start putting ourselves in those situations where it is uncomfortable, but we still feel safe, right? Because feeling comfortable and feeling safe are two different things. And I always recommend to people who are nervous speaking, we need to get uncomfortable, but are we in a safe environment to do so, right? Is that safe environment, what do I mean by safe really? That can mean various different things, honestly. For me, if I am in a safe environment, I am with people, usually that I already know, um, sometimes with non-native speakers who are around the same level of the language that I am in, so I don't feel as intimidated to make mistakes and be uncomfortable. Yeah. There's a lot that we can talk about in terms of what the differences are between seeking out being comfortable versus seeking out being safe. Because I don't advocate for seeking out comfort because that's really not going to help you get out of your comfort zone. But you do need to be in a safe environment in order to make yourself uncomfortable and put yourself in situations so that, you are nervous, but as you keep on putting yourself in those uncomfortable situations in a safe environment, your level of nerves is definitely going to go down and you're going to be able to handle it a lot more at any level, right? This does not mean when you're at an advanced level in Spanish, right? It can really be for any level, okay? So yeah, intensive baseline. I would actually recommend some textbooks if you are into that. If textbooks really aren't your thing, then let me know. But with what you're doing, and if you opt for not going through an online program, then self-studying through textbooks has been really great. Especially the living language textbooks. I think, yes, that's the name, but there is living language Spanish Platinum Edition, which I think gives you all levels. And with them, you can get up to a B2 in knowledge of at least grammar and reading and writing, and the more passive, some more of the passive skills. You will have to put in more effort to actually speak though. So I would always recommend pairing textbook learning, if that is what you opt for, with conversation lessons that you can take through italki. Language Talk is also a really good platform that uses AI plus real teachers. So that I think with the AI bot, it takes away a little bit more of your nerves when you're not practicing with an actual person. So you can always do that. Or Preply is another great platform to just get any sort of conversation practice in as you are learning the grammar, refreshing your knowledge through a textbook. I will also say what has been really useful for me when I am reviewing, and I really want some kind of interaction, maybe not necessarily with a teacher that's going to structure everything for me, but I want some interaction, is there are plenty of resources on YouTube that have already like free curriculums for learning Spanish from zero, right? If you type in Spanish teacher A1 course, okay, they are going to be on the screen teaching you all that you need to know in order to get to an A2. Same thing with A2 to B1, same thing from B1 to B2, right? And then once we get to the high intermediate, usually high levels in a language, that's when we can really mix our resources up. But I have found that tremendous help with wanting more of a online classroom feel experience, but I am self-studying a language and I'm really refreshing. So again, I know you said Spanish YouTube videos aren't your thing, but again, there are ways to actually feel like you're in class with someone. And there are some really good Spanish teachers online that have YouTube channels that I'm sure, again, once you hit, or even once you put in the search bar, A1 course for Spanish, you're going to find tons of information. And I would literally just pick one, because at one point, like, we get so overwhelmed with thinking, okay, is this the best resource for this? Is this the best resource for that? Is this the best teacher? We can bog ourselves down way too much with overthinking, right? There's a difference between planning, which is good for our language learning, and then overthinking. Yeah. So if you've ever find yourself really nitpicking, okay, is this YouTuber better than that YouTuber, even though they seem like they're picking the same stuff? Like, literally just pick one. Yeah. Because we're not using the time for learning at that point. We're using the time to just worry ourselves more. Okay. So those are a few recommendations that I would suggest. Just Boo, hello. Don't know your name, but love the channel. Yes. So my name, for everyone who is here who doesn't know it, is Emily. I sometimes say that at the beginning of my long form videos and sometimes not. I definitely did not say that in the beginning of this live stream, but yes, my name is Emily. Welcome. And I am the face behind Language Travel Adoptee. Como estudias, yo no puedo concentrarme. Right. How do you study? Because I cannot concentrate. Honestly, you guys, this way of studying is not for everyone. Like, this way of studying was not for me due to life circumstances for these last 3 years. I just could not sit down, eliminate enough stress from my personal life in order to fully immerse myself in all of these notes. Even looking at any of these notes from, if I were doing this or tried to do this from last year, it probably would not have worked out well, because my energy was drained, right? From working so much, from having a lot of obligations, from having a lot of life stress, and just feeling unsafe in my body as a whole. I mean, there were so many things that me, the person behind my language learning, just needed to figure out before actually going back into this kind of study. Okay, so when I say we are sitting down for a study session, right? It can be motivating, but I hope doing these sessions is motivating for you to find your own way of studying, because it does not necessarily need to be this. Yeah, sitting down for 4 hours like me, because I literally made some very radical life decisions. And I have the privilege of being flexible with my time and structuring my time, every single day, how I want. And other people simply do not have the privilege to do that. So again, I'm going to be really open with that, but I do hope that it is inspiring you to find your own way of learning in a way that you can stay concentrated, and also get curious about what is distracting you if you are having a hard time feeling concentrated. So, yes. Yes, Lori Murden said, not even sure we natives can understand artists like Bad Bunny, so don't stress too much about it. It's not a joke for real. As for practicing Spanish, just do it. Natives are not judgy for foreigners who try. Yes, that was always my impression. I have only been to Panama and I've been to Peru as well. I've also been to Spain. But in terms of Latin America, which are that's where most of the Spanish accents that I wish I could imitate. I prefer those a lot more over Spain Spanish. So in terms of Latin America and where I have visited, people have been so warm, so warm. Even when I was stumbling over my words, they were the warmest people ever. Your Russian pronunciation is amazing. Thank you so much. Derek Ford, I usually listen to EDM at full volume when I study, but I'll give this a try. Interesting. Yeah, I like that. I usually I can listen to piano music when I do these sessions, but sometimes I really just need silence, or I just need you guys in the background just watching me, I guess, as I I study. So any of these. Shakil Ahmed, hi. Yes, I agree with overthinking. Yeah, overthinking can seem like we're planning, right? When actually it's hindering us and distracting us from really what we want. So thank you guys for such amazing chats and really what is this interactions for such amazing interactions in the chat. I love all of it. Keep them coming. Also let me know if you are studying, what languages you are studying, or if you're not studying, let me know what you plan to study even for the rest of this week. Wake Fatim, how long have you been studying Russian? Yeah, so I answered this question I believe at the beginning of the stream. So I started learning Russian in 2020. In fact, you guys can actually see this on my YouTube channel. I don't think I privated all of the videos. I did private some of them because some of them were just embarrassing, because that's also around the time that I started experimenting with YouTube and actually making videos. And a lot of it was just, even before I considered this any sort of career, I just was doing whatever and experimenting to actually film something. But filming my Russian language journey back in 2020 was a big part of my channel at the time. And I took a lot of breaks, even lasting up to 1 year with Russian. So that's why I'm going back to the very basics of the language. Yeah. And now, hopefully, I really do hope I can get into and pass a B2 course in Russian for this year, and also considering taking the C1 exam even for next year, because I really love it and I'm really serious about it. And I'm in a point in my life where, again, I do have that flexibility. I do have the energy levels to really dedicate serious time and make some progress in that area, which I haven't been able to do for a while due to a lot of life circumstances. So you guys, I really do try to be transparent with what is going on in my personal life, because as we all know, personal life stuff, whether that be what you're going through mentally or emotionally, or it's literally just so busy you feel like you can't breathe sometimes, all of that is going to have an impact on our language learning, whether we like it or not. And to be honest, I don't think that a lot of creators are making as many notes about what's going on in their lives, especially when they make tons of progress, right? We all have different life circumstances. And I really want to get better about being transparent with what's going on in my life. That allows me to have this sit down study time and literally just live stream with you guys for hours on end, just studying languages, which is like paradise for me, by the way. Probably, I don't know about for you guys, but it is a lot of fun to hang out with you guys in this way. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to study for about an hour and a half for Arabic, because actually I have a big announcement just for me. I am about to take my first Arabic lesson, which it's been a while since I've been able to do that, with Tamam from Real Syrian Arabic podcast. So if you are learning Arabic, specifically the Levantine dialect, then he is a great teacher. He also has some great materials that are from his podcast. He also has a conversational group for levels B1 plus in Levantine Arabic that I think he hosts every month. If you join his membership, but you can also join for free during one of those group chats as a trial. So I am having my first 90-minute lesson with him tomorrow in Arabic. And we also, he's at a really, really good level in German too. German is my first foreign language. It's also the best language and my most favorite language that I think I will ever encounter in my life for various reasons. So we actually don't speak English. We actually talk to each other in German when I don't understand something in Levantine Arabic. So that's going to be really big and I'm really nervous. So that's why I am definitely making sure I get in 1.5 hours of Arabic study today and review. Shakil Ahmed said, are you learning multiple languages or one at a time? How many languages are you able to speak? So for the second question, on a good day, I can speak 8 to a conversational level. But it depends on the day. Are you learning multiple languages or one at a time? Yeah, so I'm definitely learning multiple languages at a time, but I used to have an intermediate sort of B1 level in all of them, and now I'm just refreshing. So this is Arabic. This is my Russian note taking, and then this is Turkish, and then I'm going to make a little bit of time for Spanish, probably off of stream. I'm joking about the EDM. It would melt my brain if I listened to it for more than 15 minutes. Yes, piano music would be better. Hey, you know what? I take everyone honestly at face value, like, because I'm like, you know what? People are different. People have different preferences, but it is an interesting selection, Derek, that I thought about when you were talking about that. All right, so I'm going to not mango languages actually. I'm going to go back to my textbook that I have on my Google Drive. I wonder if I can actually show you guys without moving my camera what textbook I'm using, because I mean it's the same textbook that I used from my last stream, but we'll see if it works and if I can share it. Yeah, so if you're curious about what I'm using for Arabic right now, I use it all from the Speaking Arabic series. So this is book 1, 2, 3, and 4. If I finish all 4, then it technically gets me up to around a B2 level in knowledge. So this is what I have been using for Speaking Arabic. Can you guys even see this? Yeah, you can. So Speaking Arabic, and it does go through Palestinian Arabic. Unfortunately, it does not have any sort of text. Actually, I'm gonna change the view here. Yeah, so unfortunately, it does not have any Arabic script, which that's really tricky for me because I've already studied how to write in Arabic. I do like how I know exactly how to pronounce the words because sometimes with Arabic script, it's hard to tell. But ideally, I would like both. And I don't think these books actually introduce any Arabic script. Maybe I'm wrong about that because someone told me maybe around book 3, they start to use a little bit of Arabic script. But for all of these words, especially because they're in dialect and they're not in MSA, if I Google how to write these words, not just in the Latin transliteration, then sometimes I can't find it. So that's the only thing that I don't like about this book. But other than that, like this has been the absolute best textbook that I've ever used for Arabic. So I am about to look up how I conjugate all of these verbs because I definitely don't know. And we'll go back here. But yeah. Let me check in the chat. I am trying to learn Syrian Arabic too. My husband is Syrian, but it's way too nerve-wracking to practice with his family. So maybe practicing with a group of other learners would be helpful. Yeah, F, let me know, what have you all done? Like, what has your journey been like so far? I know you said your husband is Syrian, but is that the main reason that you're trying to learn Syrian Arabic? Did you learn Arabic before that? Where are you in your learning so far? Let me know. I would be curious. And Wake Fatim said, sorry, I wanted to ask you, what is your plan to study Russian? So my plan to study Russian right now, and it's great that I can share this with you guys, because I'm actually gonna show you what I've been using so I don't have to move the camera. Wake, I said that I am mainly working on reviewing. Now I am learning, obviously, but reviewing mainly because I used to be almost at a B1 even about a year ago. So I'm really refreshing the language. But what I am doing now is I'm literally just using this course. And I think it's showing up. Yeah. So I'm literally just using this course. And by the end of finishing this course with Red Kalinga, which is, I think, the absolutely best company that has made the most helpful Russian resources for me. By the end of finishing all stages, let's see if I can get student access again. You get access to this, by the way, through a monthly subscription. But once you finish all of this video course, whether you're reviewing or you know null of Russian, you'll be able to take the B1 exam technically in Russian once you finish, which is also what they tell you here, and you would be ready to get into a B2 class afterwards. So that is essentially what I'm hoping for, because mainly stage 2 and 1 is mostly review for me, and then I think stage 3 and 4 are going to be like really learning heavy phases that I'm not going to go through that fast. But I highly, highly recommend it. I think I got this on sale for 9.90 euros per month. I think typically this costs 29.90 per month to get access to this. So that's what I am working on for Russian. Shaquille said, I'm learning German, Farsi, and Korean. Oh man, Farsi and Korean are both on my list, but Farsi especially. Which one of the three do you prefer most, Shaquille? Or do you just like all of them like me and can't decide? Parkour Master, do you know any French? Yes, I do. I actually made one of my most recent videos, long form, that I posted on my channel, is about what I would have done differently to learn French, something in 2025. But yes, I do know French. However, I am giving up. I have to give up French for this year because, again, four focus languages is enough. But I do hope to eventually take French more seriously in the future. All right, so I wonder, I don't know if actually having something on the screen besides just my face is more fun for you guys to actually see what I'm studying. I guess I'll put my textbook that I'm using on the screen so you guys can kind of follow what I'm doing. If you feel that that's too much, then just let me know. But I think that's what I'm going to do. F said, I started learning MSA in 2005, but I gave up. Fast forward to 2018, my husband's relatives came here and I'm in an immersive environment, so I can understand a lot more than speak. Yeah. Oh, interesting. So, okay, so you started with MSA. Yeah, we're totally reversed because I definitely started with dialect, but I am planning to include MSA studies because I know that apparently that's how most native speakers authentically speak, is combining MSA and dialect, which is kind of interesting. So I don't know how that's going to work out. I'm just reviewing dialect at this point. Yeah. Hi, Gigi. Nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. Hey, I really appreciate your videos. Can you recommend some good Italian books in Italian? Well, you know what? I probably have way too many books in the back, and it's going to cause a mess on screen, so I'm not even going to try. But usually, good Italian books. I mean, usually what I use are dubbed versions of books that I really like. Harry Potter is a great starting point for that. There's really not a lot of good books on Amazon where I could order physical copies. I think my favorite book that I read in Italian was the translation of the book The Fault in Our Stars. That was really great. I felt really accomplished after that. But yeah, honestly, especially if I'm in a country where it's hard to get access to physical books, I usually opt for audiobooks. Usually on Audible is a good place to find them for me. Yeah, I would actually say that's the best place. If you're not wanting to go down an illegal route downloading materials. But yeah, that's where I have found them the best. Okay. I'm gonna start then with my Arabic learning, but you guys feel free, keep the comments coming in the chat. I will check in back later, but I'm gonna put what I'm really doing on screen so you guys can see. Okay. Actually, you guys, I've already been looking a lot at well, not a textbook, but a course online. So I think I'm going to switch it up for my energy, which I am sensing is a little bit low. And I'm actually just going to keep on doing Mango languages because, I mean, I could do that for hours. And I want to finish all 5 lessons of Mango languages as well in Levantine Arabic. So that'll be great. Hello, Tomislav. I do not understand what you are saying. That kind of looks like Polish, which I do not know, but you said something about a channel. So thanks for being here. All right, so I'm going to go to Mango languages instead. Let's not do a textbook because I'm just done. Go here. All right, here we go. Let's share this one instead. Language transfer app is a nice addition to have. It's free, no ads, and I found it helpful. Yeah, I've heard of language transfer before. I just got into Closemaster, so I'm going to try to keep my resources narrow, Shaquille, but thank you for the suggestion. I have heard of this multiple times, so once I do actually use more of my Closemaster subscription, I might look at what language transfer has to offer. All right, well, let's go to Mango languages, you guys. Let's see. Yep. So start. Let's start our daily review. لوني المفضل أحمر. شو لونك المفضل؟ الحمام هون، هونيك، مش هون.
الكراجات بعيدة كتير، فدي تكستي. المطعم، دوام الفندق، قدام الفندق، خد شمال عند محطة القطار، الحمام تغلي لقدام وبعدين عاليمين. في مطعم جديدة قريب من هون، جديد قريب من هون. إيه في قريب من محطة القطار. في بصات بالكراجات. مرتي عمرها 40 سنة. إيه بحب اليوبرا. شو أكلتك المفضلة؟ شو لون الباب؟ أنا ضايعة. بتحب اليوبرا؟ اليبرق ولا يسلمك ولا يهمك؟ الفندق قريب لهون. عمري 30 سنة. 33 سنة. وين امشي دغري لقدام. في حمام بالمطعم. عن إذنك، وين الحمام؟ أنا ضايعة. وين محطة القطار لو سمحت؟ وين الفندق على الخريطة لو سمحت؟ في بنك قريب لهون. المتحف ورا محطة القطار. 44، 59، 35. محطة الحجاز حلوة بس قديمة. المطار بعيد شوي من الفندق. في فندق قريب لهني. محطة القطار قريبة. Okay, you guys, how is my battery doing? Great. Okay. All right. مسرح المسرح 10 دقايق من محطة القطار من الكرجة، الجامعة. المسرح على اليمين، الجامعة، كنيسة، سيارة، بالسيارة، الكنيسة 10 دقايق بالسيارة، الكنيسة 10 دقايق بالسيارة. في محل تياب هون، محل تياب هون. المسرح 10 دقايق من الكرجة، المسرح على اليمين، الجامعة، الجامعة، الكنيسة 10 دقايق بالسيارة. مسبح، مسبح. المسبح حلو بس بعيد شوي. المسرح 10 دقايق من الكرجات، المسرح على يمين الجامعة، الكنيسة 10 دقايق بالسيارة. المسبح حلو بس بعيد شوي. ملعب، ملعب، الملعب مش بعيد شوي من هون. المسرح على يمين الجامعة، الكنيسة 10 دقايق بالسيارة. المسبح حلو بس بعيد شوي. الملعب مش بعيد من هون. مكتبة، مكتبة. ما في مكتبة هني. الكنيسة 10 دقايق بالسيارة. المسبح حلو بس بعيد شوي. الملعب، الملعب مش بعيد من هون. ما في مكتبة هنيك. كبير، ممتعة. المتحف كبير وممتع. المسبح حلو بس بعيد شوي. الملعب مش بعيد من هون. ما في مكتبة هون. المس المتحف كبير نضيف. في مطعم قريب لهون 5 دقايق مشي، المطعم حلو ونضيف. ونضيف. الملعب مش بعيد من هون، ما في مكتبة هنيك. المتحف حلو كبير وممتع. في مطعم قريب لهون 5 دقايق مشي. المطعم حلو ونضيف. الكنيسة، السيارة، مسرح، ملعب، مكتبة، مفيد كبير، ممتعة، نضيف. طبعا. أنا بحب الشام وبسكن هون. ليش الشام؟ الشام مدينة قديمة وتاريخية وحلوة في جنوب سوريا. بالشام الطقس حلو. بالشام بالشارع التكية في متحف كبير وممتع، وقريب لهنيك في فندق قصر الشام، وجنب الفندق عالشمال في مطعم. وإذا أكلتك المفضلة اليبرق هون طيبة. بالشام في محطة القطار وبعيدة 20 دقيقة مشي من فندق قصر الشام. وكمان الجامعة جنب محطة القطار، وهي قديمة وتاريخية. من محطة القطار تقول وعلى اليمين 13 دقيقة مشي في سوق الحميدية. سوق الحميدية مشهور إذا أنت سايح أو أنتي سايحة. طبعا الشام مدينة رقم 1. عندكن خيارات. عندي. عندكن. عندكن الخيارات. الخريطة. الخرايط. الخرايط. عندكن. عندكن خرايط. دمشق. عندكن خرايط لدمشق. حلب. حلب. عندكن خرايط لحلب. مرحبا، عندكن خرايط لسوريا؟ البطارية. البطاريات. عندكن بطاريات؟ البشكير. البشكير. البشاكير. البشاكير. عن إذنك، عندكن البشاكير لدمشق؟ عندكن خرايط لدمشق؟ حلب. سوريا. بطارية. بطاريات. بشكير. بشكير. البشاكير. عن إذنك، عندكن بشاكير؟ عندكن بطاريات؟ البش البشكير. البشاكير. عن إذنك، عندك بشاكير؟ حشرات. حشرات. طارق. طارق. حشرات. طارق. حشرات. مساء الخير، عندكن طارق. حشرات. مرحبا، عندكم خرايط للصورة؟ مساء الخير، عندكم طارة حشرات؟ صباح الخير، عندكم خرايط للصورة وبطاريات؟ طربوش. الطربوش. طرابيش. مساء الخير، عندكم طرابيش هون؟ مرحبا، عندكم طرابيش للصورة؟ البيع. البيع. للبيع. مرحبا، عندكم خرايط وطرابيش للبيع هون؟ حشرات. حشرات. طارق. طارق حشرات. الص- صباح الخير، عندكم خرايط من سوريا وبطاريات؟ الطربوش. الطرابيش. مساء الخير، عندكم طرابيش؟ مرحبا، عندكم طرابيش من سوريا؟ للبيع. للبيع. مرحبا، عندكم خرايط وطرابيش للبيع هون؟ بقديه هذا؟ بقديه؟ بقديه هذا؟ هي بقديه هي القرية؟ الجريدة. هيدا الجريدة. هي الجريدة. بقديه هي الجريدة؟ هداك بإيديه هداك البشكير بإيديه الجريدة بإيديه هداك البشكير بإيديه هديك الجريدة هديك الحريدة بإيديه الجريدة بإيديه هداك بإيديه هديك الخريطة بإيديه هديك الخريطة وهي الجريدة السندويشة السندويشة بإيديه هديك السندويشة بإيديه الجريدة بإيديه هداك بإيديه هديك الخريطة بإيديه هديك السندويشة السندويشات بإيديه السندويشات تذكار تذكير تذكار بإيديه هذا تذكار بإيديه هداك البركة بإيديه هديك الخريطة بإيديه هديك السندويشة بإيديه هذا التذكار الجريء حتى بإيديه هديك الخريطة وهي الجريدة السندويشة واحد ليرة واحدة اثنين بطاريتين ثلاثة خرايط ليرة واحدة 3 خرايط 4 سندويشات ليرة واحدة 3 خرايط 4 سندويشات ليرة واحدة 3 خرايط 4 سندويشات ليرة 6 بطاريات 10 ليرات 3 خرايط 4 سندويشات ليرات 10 ليرات خمسين ليرة 13 15 سندويشة 17 ليرة 18 19 فندق ليرة بطاريات 6 بطاريات 50 ليرة 15 سندويشة 17 ليرة 18 19 فندق 20 30 4 ليرة 40 ليرة 50 سايح 60 مطعم 70 باص 7 بصات 80 طربوع 90 لو سمحت 5 من هذا و11 من هذا 4 سندويشات ليرات 10 ليرات لو سمحت 5 من هذا و12 من هذاك هذا 18 ليرة وهذا هداك 18 ليرة وهذا 60 ليرة ليرات 10 ليرات لو سمحت 5 من هذا و12 من هداك هذا 18 ليرة هداك 18 ليرة وهذا 60 ليرة هديك الجريدة 85 ليرة 10 ليرات لو سمحت 5 من هذا و12 من هداك هداك 18 ليرة وهذا 60 ليرة هديك الجريدة 85 ليرة هداك البشكير 30 ليرة لو سمحت 5 من هذا و12 من هداك هذا 18 ليرة وهذا هداك 18 ليرة وهذا 60 ليرة هديك الجريدة 85 ليرة هداك البشكير 30 ليرة وهذا 70 ليرة هداك 18 ليرة وهذا 60 ليرة هديك الجريدة 85 ليرة، هداك المشكل 30 ليرة، وهذا 70.
All right, you guys, I'm coming back to you because I need a break. So I wonder if I can make this really quick. But let me know how you're doing, but I do need a rest. That will do us all good. Yes, Derek, getting burnt out too. Yeah, I just realized I actually need to eat something. So what I'm going to do is go back here and I'm just going to put this up for you guys just to let you know that I will be back. And also have you guys take a break. Yeah, so I'm gonna go eat something and drink something, and then I will be back probably to do a tiny bit of Turkish up until maybe around the 5:30 mark. So in the meantime, let me know if you have any questions. I can go back here and share this. So I'm going to record my time that I did for Russian this time on my tracker. So we'll do el 23 de enero. I actually did, no, Arabic. Yeah, so I actually did 45 minutes for that. And now I'll probably do 45 minutes for Turkish. So back over there, I think I'm going to go on to here. All right, so Turkish is going to be my next language, and this is the textbook that I will be learning from. So welcome all who have been kind of coming in and out of the live stream. Again, if you are studying with me, let me know about what languages you are focusing on. Yes, that's right, F. It is Turkish time. I am starting with the A2 book of the Istanbul series until I can work my way up to the B1 textbook before going to Turkey. So let's see, 45 minutes is my goal for this. Just kind of reading through, pronouncing a lot of things, talking about things, etc.
Senden ne var ne yok ve işte iyilik sağlık. Sana ne haber? Sağ ol. Benden de iyilik. Aşağıdaki ifadeleri eşleştirelim. Boşlukları dolduralım. Mutlu yıllar, mutlu seneler, afiyet olsun. İyi dersler, iyi yolculuklar, geçmiş olsun. Bayramınız kutlu olsun. Doğum günü kutlu olsun. Bol şanslar, tebrikler, sonsuz mutluluklar. Türkçe'de 29 harf vardır. Bunların 8'i ünlü harf. 21'ini ünsüz harftir. Burası neresi? Burası sınıf ve cetvel ve hesap makinesi. Bunlar kim? Öğrenciler. Burası Ankara mı? Hayır, İstanbul. Burası güzel. Uyruk, ütü, uçartma, uçurtma. Hayaller, haller, seyahatler, semboller, misaller, roller, meşguler, petroller, kalpler, idealler. Lale, jilet, ızgara, ızgara, eczane, ceviz. Tarif etmek, maydanoz, makarna haşlamak, patates kızartmak, ve doğurmak, beni rendelemek. Dünyaca ünlü Türk doktor söyle. Dünyaca ünlü Türk doktor söyle. Koşulları ve şartlar. Okumayı ihmal etmek büyük bir hatadır. İhmal etmek büyük bir hatadır. Sevdiklerimize özen göstermek istiyoruz. Kültürel ifadeler. Yemek çok beğeniyorsunuz. Elinize sağlık. Arkadaşınız yeni bir ev alıyor. Hayırlı olsun. Hapşıran bir kişiyi görüyorsunuz. Çok yaşayın. Sizin yemek konusundaki ilk tecrübeniz neydi? Hatırlıyor musunuz? Benim yemek konusundaki ilk tecrübemi çok iyi hatırlamıyorum. Genelde çok gençken çok yemek yemiyordum. Çünkü çok yemeği sevmiyordum. Annem benim her şey yememi istiyordu. Ama genelde sadece spesifik şeyler yemeyi tercih ediyordum. Aşağıdaki resimde bir anne kızına yemek tarifi veriyor. Tarifi diyalog halinde yazayım. Yemek yemek için ne yemek istiyoruz? Bana yardım ettiğin için çok teşekkürler. Problem değil. Eti doğramaya devam etmek istiyorum. Sana yardım etmeyi çok seviyorum. Din merkezinde hiçbir kursa gitmiyorum. Bu yüzden tarif edemem. Ama evim burada çok güzel. Gerçekten büyük değil. Aslında sadece annemle yaşıyorum şimdi ve sahip olduğumuz evimizde yaşıyoruz. Çok iyi yaşıyoruz. Birkaç pencere verilebilirler. Bundan başka iç oda evimizde var. 2 banyo evimizde var. Ve çok küçük bir mutfak evimizin ortasında var. Güzel bir balkon da var. Ve balkondaki çiçekler kıpkırmızı ve sık sık çıkmıyorum. Çok soğuk dışarıda olduğundan dolayı gezelim, görelim lokanta ısmarlayayım, yapmalıyım, izlemeyelim. Kantine gidelim mi? Evet, gidelim. Hayır, gitmeliyim. Ben bir porsiyon baklava alayım. Haydi dışarı çıkalım. Bu bölümde sigara içmeliyim. Hazırlık çalışması. Aşağıdaki menüyü inceleyelim. Hangi yemekleri biliyorsun? Çorbalar, mercimek çorbası, işkembe çorbası, ezogelin çorbası, yayla çorbası. Ana yemekler, karışık kebap, Adana kebap, Urfa kebap, tavuk şiş, ızgara köfte, ızgara balık, tatlılar, baklava, kazandibi, sütlaç, künefe. İçecekler, ayran, kola, gazoz, soda, şalgam suyu, çay, Türk kahvesi, salatalar, mevsim salatası, çoban salatası, ton balıklı salata, Sezar salatası, mezeler, yaprak sarma, biber dolması, paçanga, böreği, içli köfte, okuma, yemek siparişi. Çok açım. Haydi güzel bir lokantaya gidelim. Garson bey bakar mısınız? Evet efendim, buyurun. Bugün ana yemekte neler var? Köfte, tavuk ve balık. Ben köfte alayım. Hayatım, sen ne yemek istiyorsun? Ben de tavuk alayım. Salatalarınız neler peki? Çoban salatası ve mevsim salatası. Biz soğan yemiyoruz. Ortaya bir mevsim salatası alalım. Tatlı olarak neyi öneriyorsunuz? Tatlı olarak neyi öneriyorsunuz? Kadayıf ve baklavamız çok lezzetli. Ben kadayıf yiyeyim. Ben de baklavayı denemek istiyorum. Peki efendim, hemen getiriyorum. Neyi öneriyorsunuz tatlı olarak? Ama sonra yemiyor muyuz? Aşağıdaki cümleler doğru ise, yanlış ise yazın. Menüde sadece 2 çeşit salata var. Yanlış. İnci baklava yemek istemiyor. Doğru. Onu yeterince kibar değil. Siz neler yemek istiyorsunuz? Söyleyelim. Karşısında hiç kibar değil. Bir isteği ve dileği anlatmak için kullanılır. Günümüzde istek gibi ikinci ve üçüncü şahıslarda kullanılmamaktadır. İkinci ve üçüncü şahıslarda istek gibi yerine emir gibi getirilir. Bu akşam konsere gidelim mi? Biraz daha çalışalım. Yarın erken kalkalım. Hadi acele et, geç kalmayalım. Kitabını hemen getirmeyeyim mi? Getirmeyeyim mi? Örneklerdeki gibi örneklerdeki. Aşağıdaki cümleleri tamamlayalım. Ben seni dışarıda bekleyeyim. Biz sizinle Gelelim sana çikolata alayım mı? Fakir insanlara yardım et. Ömeyelim. Bu konuyu tekrar anlatalım mı? Durakta sarı çizgiyi durakta sarı çizgiye geçmeliyim. Ondan hoşlanıyorum. Bence onu yanımıza çağır. Çağıralım. Cam olmalı. Bu yaz tatilde Bodrum'a gitmeli mi? Hafta sonu beraber bir şeyler yapalım mı? Haydi basketbol oynayalım. Aşağıdaki kelimelerle cümle oluşturalım. Gelecek hafta Biz Kız Kulesi'ne gideceğiz. Lahmacun belli. Bu lokantada lahmacunu yedik. Yarın sana baklava ısmarlayacağım. Hebeliya'da hafta sonunda Hebeliya'da da piknik yapalım. Pazar günü lokum sirkesi pazar günü lokum olacak. Örnekteki gibi cümleler yazalım. Çok yorgunum. Ne yapayım? Biraz dinlenen. Camı açın. Çok açın. Camı açın. Cüzdanımı bulamıyorum. Ne yapalım? Ne yapalım? Bütün burasında cüzdanın olması gerekiyor. Arkadaşıma ziyaret edelim. Bugün dinlenmek için ne yapalım? Yarın doğum günüm. Herkesi çağırıyorum. Ama herkese Zeynep konuşmuyor. Ne yapayım? İki partiye verelim. Ankara'ya bugün gidelim mi? Şimdi ne yapmam gerekiyor? Taksiye binelim mi? Neden olmasın? Sana para vereyim mi? Evet, biraz para verebilirim. Bence yeşil kazayı giy. Ne giyeyim? Ben ne giyeyim? Bu lokantaya gidelim mi? Yemek yemek için mi? Bu akşam bir şeyler yapalım mı? Üzgünüm, anneme gideceğim. Sinemaya gitmek istiyorum ama yalnız gitmek istemiyorum. Bugün benim için çok önemli. Çünkü annemin doğum günü. Tamam, şimdi ben de kendime başka bir arkadaş bulayım. bulayım. Bu akşam gitme. Bekle, yarın akşam beraber gitmemeli mi? Peki yarın akşam beraber gidelim. Ben seni yarın arayayım. Sinemanın önünde buluşalım. Biraz geç buluşalım mı? Çünkü yarın çok işim var. Sinemadan sonra yemek yiyelim mi? Tamam, yiyelim. Ben seni yarın 7'den 9'da arayayım. Ben şimdi mağazaya gideceğim. Anneme güzel bir hediye alacağım. Aklıma geldi. Annemin doğum gününe beraber gitmeyelim mi? Tamam, gidelim. Ama ben de ona bir hediye alayım. Metne göre kim nereye gitmek istiyor? Eşleştirelim. Nerelere gidelim, neler yapalım, önerilerimizi yazalım. Arkadaşlarımızla grup oluşturalım. Bir kişi garson, diğer kişilerin müşteri olsun. Bu diyalog yaşayalım. Bir kişi garson, diğer kişilerin müşteri olsun.
All right, you guys, I see we are talking a lot of Turkish in the chat right now, which is awesome. I am going to switch off. As you can see, it's gotten very dark and I've been here for 4 hours. So it is a lot. Sometimes I don't know. I look at what I've done sometimes and can't believe it. But again, I have had a lot of fun doing this. So obviously I'm going to lose track of time, let's say. So thank you guys for being here. I just did, let's see if I can fill in my chart here because I did do about 45 minutes. Where is it? Yeah, so tracking my time. And because, again, this textbook is a combination of pretty much all 5 of these skills, I'm just going to put 45 right here. And I'm proud of myself because I really haven't been prioritizing as much Turkish as I would like, but my energy will probably not allow for more. So thank you guys for stopping by again. If you have any questions after the stream is over, please be sure to drop in the comments below the video what you think. I'm going to try to, again, be consistent with these live streams sometime in the middle of the week, every single week, until something comes up. Maybe I'm traveling, something like that, which I will let you guys know in advance. However, it has been great to see you all. Thank you for bringing all of your energy. I love that we have different languages in common as well. And I hope that it was very motivating for you guys to, just keep on learning your languages. Yes, Lynn, so great to see you. And we will see each other definitely next week. I'm going to try to see if I can get another long form video out after not being able to get one out for these past 3 weeks. Just bear with me there. Keeping up with my own language learning at this point is a huge priority, as well as building some of the systems that I need in place to grow Language Travel Adoptee, grow some of the memberships. So yeah, it's so motivating to have a study buddy. Hope I can join the next one. Yes, definitely. I want you to join. I'm going to have these consistently, and it's going to be a big help for my own consistency and just checking in with you guys, making sure that there's not a lot of space in between when we actually see each other, especially since I'm not posting as many long form videos as much. Bir sonraki canlı yayında görüşmek üzere. Yes. Sana da. I think that's what I say to that. Yes, thank you so much, F. It was so nice to see you. So nice to see everyone else. And we'll see each other next time. Bye.